Welcome back to the Sentence Writing Strategy Fundamentals version, and this is going to be day 5. Yesterday we started exploring the M part of the search and check steps in the PIN strategy. So we're going to continue with that again today. Let me move this bar over. All right, so we have the search and check steps, and remember we were marking out the imposters yesterday. We had the Elvis impersonator on the right side here. We don't have that today, but we are trying to make sure that we get rid of something else that may not be the verb or the subject actually. Today we're going to get into the subject part of it. So yesterday we were talking about infinitives, and today we're going to be talking about the prepositional phrases. So prepositional phrases are groups of words that show place or time, where or when the action takes place. And if you look over here on the right side, I gave you a list of possible prepositional phrases: in the beginning, before the fall, after the brutal fight, at school, down the aisle, across the street, inside your ear, outside the house, between two girls, by chewing, behind the scenes, on the wooden table, by the sea, under the couch. And these are things that will usually go with the noun. So if you look here, we have an example, and the example is the ball rolled into the street. And if you look there, you want to make sure that you find the prepositional phrase, and the infinitive would have to with it usually, so this doesn't have a to with it. So we have into the street, we have rolled and ball. I'm going to go with rolled being the verb and ball being the subject. So into the street is going to be your prepositional phrase in this sentence, since it doesn't have a to with it, so it would be an infinitive. Having problems saying that infinitive word here. All right, so I'm just going to review. You're going to probably figure out, you probably have noticed that pattern here. There's always review of what we've already learned. So the PIN strategy is something we've already talked about. Remember, with the PIN strategy, we want to pick a formula. Right now we're just doing SV, but we will get into other formulas here soon. And then 2, we explore words to fit the formula. So you think out loud those words that you would write for the sentence. Step 3 is to write the words down or type them into your computer, into your Word document. And then 4 is that search and check, which we're going to go into here again. So we already know that with the search and check steps, we're going to do the first one, which starts with an M. These are M-A-R-K. They stand mark. So mark out imposters, and that's going to mean to find infinitives are prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases are the new ones that we're doing today. Yesterday was the infinitives. And then step 2 is to ask, is there a verb? Step 3 is to root out the subject, so ask who or what is doing the action. And then 4 is key in on the beginning, ending, and meanings. So make sure that at the beginning of the sentence you have a capital letter. Make sure at the end you have punctuation, either a period, question mark, or a exclamation mark. And then you want to make sure that it makes sense, that the sentence has meaning. So we're going to go into a few examples here. And if you look here, the first example is Joe swam in the lake. We know we want to look for our action verb, and we have in the lake here, which probably is a prepositional phrase, since Joe would be in the lake, and he'd be swimming in the lake. So swim is going to be our verb, Joe is our subject, and in the lake is our prepositional phrase. Second one here, we have Tim ran through the goalposts. Well, we have goalposts. Goalposts could be a subject. Wonder if goalposts ran would be a subject. Doesn't make much sense. I think Tim ran through the goalposts. So ran is going to be our verb. Tim is our subject. And then through the goalposts is that additional information that gives us more description, which is a prepositional phrase in this sentence. So last example here, the children sang in the choir. Choir could be our subject. choir sang, but we have children. All right, so I'm thinking our verb is obviously sang. And in the choir goes together children sang. Children sang would be our subject. So sang is our verb, children is our subject, and in the choir is our prepositional phrase. So hopefully this is helping you make sense out of how prepositional phrases work, and we will do some examples of them here now, similar to what we did with infinitives yesterday, and then have you write a few sentences using prepositional phrases. Good luck.